Hi Cancer, my name is Linda. Thanks for tuning in. This is going to be a relationships reading. It's not only for love or romantic relationships though. Keep that in mind as you're watching. This can be a reading for any kind of connection that you're having with someone that you're looking for a little bit more insight or understanding about. So I'm doing this reading in May, so it can be relevant for now, but if you're finding this reading sometime later, whenever you're seeing it, if there's anything in these messages that are relevant for your situation, then this reading could be for you. So the first card is how you see yourself, how you see them. This is how they see themselves, how they see you. This is the forces that support, forces that challenge, overall energy, and the potential outcome. All right, this is looking promising. This is looking interesting, I would say. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck here. King of Wands in reverse. All right. Give me a second here. All right. How you see yourself, world reversed. You could be in a moment right now where you feel like you've got some things to take care of, like some unfinished business, maybe some loose ends to tie up. You could be near to the end of a cycle with something, but not completely closed out yet. Not completely closed out yet. So what I'm picking up on here is that there could be a new person around. Like this person on this side could be a new person that's showing up as a potential partner in some way, whether that's in romance, whether that's in business, whether that's in friendship. And it feels like there's hopefulness there and there's potential there that this person could be someone worth going deeper with, let's say. But for you, you're interested, but I feel like you're not fully available yet. You might be like, for some of you, you might be kind of recently broken up or wanting to break up. You might actually still be in a relationship with someone, but this is actually a different person than your partner. So that's interesting. Take that for what it is, whatever it is for you. Now, how you see them is the Magician. You obviously think this person is special. You obviously see them as a very powerful individual with gifts and talents. You see them as a manifester. You see them as someone who is empowered and capable and doing some really cool things with their life. And that's very attractive to you, obviously. How they see themselves and how they see you. It's interesting. It's kind of similar. They also kind of have some things to take care of that they need to wrap up. 10 of Wands. Like they're also at the end of a cycle. 10 is an end of a cycle. The World card is the last card from the Major Arcana series, number 21. 10 of Wands is saying that they have some work to do in themselves, in the sense that they might have some baggage that they need to let go of, whether that's emotional or physical. It could be either. It could be that they have too much of a workload and that is feeling a little oppressive and might be in some ways limiting their abilities to feel free and available and like similar energy to you there, in that I was saying, like, you might not be completely available because there's some things that you haven't finished up yet. There's some loose ends, right? This person also has some things that they need to shift. They have to tie some things up, or they have to close out a cycle, or they need to let go of something, whether that's a workload, whether that's some emotional baggage, something that's a heavy, oppressive energy for them. They need to work on figuring out how they can let it go so they can be more light and free and available and more have more fun, let's say. How they see you is really cute. 6 of Cups. They see you as a soulmate. They see you as someone that they have a very lovely connection with. There's a very lovely connection there. There's something familiar. There's some kind of soul connection. There's a kinship. There's something very familiar about you to them, right? The 6 of Cups can sometimes be like a past lives connection card, or a childhood friend card, something like that. Like there's something familiar in your energy that they are enjoying and appreciating, and they feel close to you. There's a kind of sweetness here that I'm tapping into. It's very sweet. Clearly you both like each other. You both like each other a lot. And I do feel like there's potential energy here. So now let's talk about this central theme. The central energy here is talking about the forces that support, the forces that challenge, and the overall energy. So what I'm picking up on here is that, as I've already covered, both of you have some healing to do in your own energy before the worlds can actually collide. Because I feel like it's like there's this energy of like you're on each other's periphery. You might have already met recently, or this person could be someone who's coming into your energy. You might not have met them yet, but I feel like both of you individually have some things that you need to close out, some things that you need to heal, and some things that need to be resolved. There's some things that need to be resolved. I feel like both of you individually have some imbalances in your life. There's some imbalances in your life that you need to reconcile, resolve, so that you can actually come together. Because the energy is like you're close by to each other. You've either met or you're about to meet, and there is a connection, there's a sweetness, there's a recognition, like you recognize each other. You see the other person as someone who has potential. There's someone there that you could go deeper with, and we'll get to that with the Page of Cups. But both of you have some things to work on, some things to tie up, some balance to create. Look, both of these cards have the theme of balance in them, right? Like with the Temperance card, there's this moving energy back and forth. Same with the Scales here in the Six of Pentacles. There is an imbalance but individually you have some balancing to do in your own energy, so that you can actually resonate with each other in the right frequency, so you can actually merge. Hope this is making sense. For some of you, and this what I'm feeling in this central part of the reading, it's for both parties here, but since you're the one watching this reading, not the other person, I feel like I need to tell you that there is something about reciprocity is being spoken of here. Reciprocity is one thing. Like there needs to be a greater balance within you of giving and receiving. Because I feel like there's a lot of potential energy in this connection that could be very profound and very beautiful. But there's also the potential here for it to end in a disappointment if you don't figure out what this imbalance is within you. If you don't do this homework that I'm talking about here with tying up some loose ends and figuring out how to get resolution. Same for this person. They also need to figure out how to let go of the baggage that they're carrying, so that whatever you're both bringing into the energy together, you're leaving behind all the issues that you've carried in the past, or all the unhealthy ways you've been relating in the past, or any ways that you might have had imbalances in yourself and also in your relationships in the past, so that this connection actually has the chance to fulfill its potential. Because it could also easily go awry. There is a lot of beautiful potential here, but unless you sort this out, this connection, if it goes forward, could end in disappointment, just like all the others have. So work on yourself. Work on yourself. They also need to work on themselves, but you need to work on yourself. You can't fix them. They can't fix you. You can have all the love in the world. You can have all the best intentions, but unless you figure out what issues caused the last relationships to not end fruitfully, so that you don't make the same mistakes again here. You need to heal the heart chakra. You need to heal whatever insecurities or imbalances you have in yourself, so that you don't bring that same mess into this situation. The heart chakra is very clear in the card here, right? You need to heal your heart chakra. You need to heal any wounds from the past that might cause you to unconsciously project those flaws or those inconsistencies in yourself onto the other person, which would then cause a breakdown to happen. The temperance is about integrating your experiences from the past and reconciling them, accepting what's happened, forgiving yourself, forgiving other people, but also coming into a state of balance and harmony. It's also about understanding that you need to check your own behavior. Check your own behavior. Be more flexible, be more willing to compromise, but also be willing to, as I said, address your own insecurities, your own fears, your own internal doubts, your own shortcomings, and work out how to rebalance yourself so that you come into this connection in a much more whole and refined place, so that again those same issues that might have caused other experiences from the past, other relationships, other dynamics to fall away or become disappointments or become unhappy or unhealthy, that doesn't happen again here. You need to take responsibility for yourself. That's what I'm saying. If you're the kind of person who moves on from relationship to relationship and just writes off the other person as being the cause for things not working out, you're missing out on opportunities to heal and come back into a greater balance so that you have more satisfying and more evolved and evocative relationships that are more dynamic and more spontaneous and more fun and more harmonious, because you're not willing to accept what behaviors you might have played out through a dynamic to cause it to fall apart. All right, let's move on here to the Page of Cups. This card is in the potential outcome position of the reading. So it does say that there is the potential for something to blossom. The Page of Cups is about romance. It's a romantic offer. It's a creative offer as well. This doesn't, as I said, doesn't have to be only a love reading. It can be any kind of relationship. So there is potential here for something to move forward with a sweetness, with a love, with a gentleness, with romance, or with kindness, with sensitivity, with imagination. It could be new love. It could be new projects. It could be anything new and fresh, right? But it's very sweet, it's very kind, it's gentle, it's romantic, it's love, it's creativity. So the potential is definitely there for something to move forward. But as I said, individuals need to set their own house in order first. Okay, Cancer, I'm just checking over here to make sure I've covered everything. The Three of Cups is here in the reverse position in the area of the reading which talks about the forces that are supporting. So how I would interpret this in the context of this spread is to say that, again, it's about balance, right? It's talking about excessive behavior. It's talking about difficult friendships or relationships, troubling relationships, gossiping, or problematic social environments. So take that as you will. I feel like there's an energy here in this reading that is, again, coming back to like what you need to do in order to come into greater balance, to be able to meet this person in a way where the potential energy can actually be realized. Again, I feel like it's about addressing your own behaviors. It could be about you may have excessive behavior with drugs or alcohol, for example. That could be something that could be potentially harmful in this connection being able to work forward and become realized in what's available. So take that into consideration. There could also be here with this card a warning about jealousy or possessiveness. again, take that as you will, if it's relevant for you. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it there. I feel like I've covered everything. So I hope you found that helpful, Cancer. Please leave me a comment if you have anything you want to share. It's been an honor and a pleasure to read for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next reading.